If you're going through a bit of pain like that, you can open up your mind and access better resources. That's the goal of this video today. So if that sounds good to you, by all means, watch this video and you might just shift how you're thinking about your problems. Hey guys, Matt Tait here with a quick video to share with you how you can unstuck your brain when you've focused on a problem to expand to more ideas, more solutions, free up your brain to work the problem into a solution, to not be so focused on the problem that you don't actually access different ways of thinking, right? So to stop ourselves from deleting, from distorting, and from generalizing our way straight into this focus of the problem. So we're opening up our brain, right? And this particular technique comes from the field of neuro-linguistic programming, and that is NLP, which is one of the many suites of techniques that we've got in this part of the coaching field. And it's about opening up your brain, getting yourself to access all your resources, different ways of thinking. This particular technique today we're going to look at is called eye movement integration. So the frame that we'll use for this is you've got let's say a decision to make, but you could use it also for if you're stuck on a problem, you're overly hyper-focused on something and you can't let it go. But we'll use this for the word decision. So you've got a decision to make and you're stuck on that decision. Okay, that's the frame. So there you are, you're stuck on the decision. And so what we do, this is the fascinating thing, is we're using your eyes to access more parts of your brain, right? We're using your eyes. That's why we're doing this. And in eye movement integration, here's the theory that when your eyes move around, it accesses different parts of your brain. And if you know about eye accessing cues in the field of coaching and NLP, we talk about eye accessing. If your eyes go up, they're accessing pictures. If your eyes go to the side, it might be accessing sounds. Eyes are going to your ears. If your eyes go down, it might go down to feelings. Or if your eyes go down, it might be going down to thoughts, right? So that's the theory. Now, it's interesting, if you've got a problem, you store that problem in a very specific part of your brain. It'll be somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it'll be in one part. And your whole focus and your whole attention will be focused on that one spot. So the whole point of eye integration is that as you're rolling your eyes around in your head, your eyes are accessing the different parts of your brain. There's another theory called brain spotting, where you can spot where the problem is in your brain using your eyes. And we're kind of doing that at the same time as eye integration. So here we go. We'll get into it, and let's just do a little quick demonstration. Here's the little activity today. Think of a problem, the decision you've got to make, the areas you're stuck, where you're focused so closely on that problem. And it's a decision you've got to make, and you don't know what you're going to do. So we need to access more of our brain to come up with the pathway forward, to make a decision, for clarity, for solutions, for ideas, for who do I need to talk to, for all of that sort of thing, right? So we've got our problem, we've got our stuck state, and it's hyper-focused. So bring up that problem, bring up that decision you have to make, decision being the frame. So bring up that decision now in your mind's eye and think of that decision. And let's calibrate. Let's give it a score out of 10. How big a problem is that decision? Is it a 7 out of 10? Oh, I need to solve this. It's a 10 out of 10. I have to solve it now. 6 out of 10, 2 out of, whatever it is. Whatever. If it's a problem, it's probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. Okay. So you've got your score. Okay. So all you do is you start to move your eyes around your head. Take your fingers, maybe have them arm length away from you. Look at your fingers. Think about the problem. Think about the decision you've got to make where you're stuck, and then start doing a figure 8, looking at your fingers. So up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom. So I'm doing this movement, but I'm doing it so my eyes are going up to the corners, down to the bottom, up to the corners, down to the bottom. And do this about 4 times in one direction, thinking about the problem at the same time. Thinking about the problem, moving into figure 8. That's it. And now go the other direction. Figure 8, infinity symbol. Make sure your eyes are going right to the corners of your eyeballs as much as you can without moving your head. Keep your head very still and watch your fingers do a figure 8. Now, this is if you're by yourself. If you can get someone else to do this for you, even better. All right, now just stop for a second and notice how that feels. Is the problem as big a problem as it was before? Or is that problem sort of reduced a little bit and went from a 7 down to a 6 or a 5? You still got the problem, right? We haven't solved anything yet. We're trying to access more of your brain. Now, keep on going. Now, let's think about the problem. And now let's move our problem, move out using our fingers, and let's keep our head still, thinking of the problem, and then move your eyes to the left. Put your fingers to the in my left, your right. Move your fingers to the left and hold your eyes on your fingers with your head still, with your eyes in the corner like that. And just hold it there for 5 seconds. Then move it up to the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top center. So up the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom middle right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head straight, eyes to the side. Down, bottom right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bottom left again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thinking about your problem as you're doing it, right? So this is really interesting. I felt a shift in my body just then. I had a mild problem I had in my head. My problem went from probably an 8 down to a 4 or 5, which is interesting. And I'm accessing more of my brain. Now I'm starting to think about solutions. So think about that for yourself. Did you access a bit more solution? Now, if you do this, imagine doing this 4 or 5 times, this little process. Now, here's another extension on this. So we've done the figure 8, both directions, right? Figure 8, which is the infinity symbol, like this. We've done the quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? With your eyes going around. So that's the second system. And now let's think about your problem and just notice the problem as you imagine it in your space in front of you. How far in front of you is that problem? How far in front of you? Is it the other end of the room? Is it sort of here, arm's length? Is it right here? Where's the problem? Now, if the problem is here, just move it out a little bit. Just give yourself a bit of breathing space. And now, as you've got the problem on your hand, I want you to now this is the brain spotting part, where I now want you to use your fingers and just explore where the problem lives in your brain, going up with your eyes, keeping your head still, and then moving your arm around, and just keep thinking of the problem as you're looking around with your eyes, and just notice if something happens where you get an emotion come up. You might have stumbled across the position where your eyes go where you're accessing that problem. And now what you're doing is you can keep moving it around and then come back to the spot and just hold on the spot for a second and I'll let it process because it's allowing the emotion out of the body a bit more, right? So it's pretty cool. So your eyes are on that spot. Now I'm just holding it there because I had a little problem and I was focusing on that spot and an emotion came up in my stomach. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just roll with that. And just leave it there for a few seconds, breathing into it, letting that out. So this is eye movement integration. And then we can continue the sequence where you go up, across, down, across, zigzag it, and just play around with your eyes. play around with your eyes and just allow your brain to access different parts of your neurology. And as you then stop, sit back and think about that problem, the intensity drops off. The focus, hyper-focus drops off. The problem's still there. You haven't solved it yet, but you're accessing more of your brain where you can resolve it. You can ask someone. You can start to, instead of being stuck in your head, you might get some advice from someone who's dealt with this problem before. You might read a book that solves the problem. You might watch a video on YouTube where it solves the problem, right? Whatever your problem is. And you might overcome that and then take an action, right? Because the ultimate for me as a mindset coach is you taking an action by yourself, motivated by whatever is exciting you, right? Because I know the actions will completely change everything because you're having a new experience. So unstucking our brain, unstuck your thinking, unstuck your focus on the problem, accesses all the quadrants of your brain. The two hemispheres are now lit up more than they were before. So I hope that helps you today. I would love to hear in the comments down below. I'd love to hear how this has helped you today. You've got a problem, you've got a decision you've got to make, you've got something you're focused on, something you're stuck on. Tell me in the comments how eye movement integration, accessing parts of your brain using your eyes, is useful to you. What has happened for you? Did you lift the stress? Did you access more resourceful parts of your brain? Did you come up with something you could do differently than what you've been doing to this point? Right? That's the point. We're just trying to shake up the brain a bit to focus on what you want instead. So that's the goal of eye movement integration. Fascinating field. Is connected to eye accessing cues. It's connected to EMDR, which is one of the theories, one of the methods inside psychology now, eye movement desensitization, or EMDR, eye movement desensitization recall, I think it is. It's where you're moving your eyes around to break up the memory and allow it to be released. There's another one called havening, where you use the psychosensory touch. I've done a video on that, where you move your eyes left and right at the same time as doing the psychosensory touch, and then you're releasing because your eyes are connected to those memories. So it's fascinating. It breaks it up, accesses it differently. Fascinating field, really is fascinating. I mean, even though I know these theories very well, when I experience it, it's like, wow, that's cool. It's like I feel like it's the first time I'm seeing it again when I experience it as a customer or a client, or when I do it to myself. Like, wow, that's cool. Like, because it's, we're living in our own mind, our own egos, our own realities, and then to think that something simple as following your eyes can break up your thinking and open up your mind just blows my mind. And I think it'll make a big difference if you are stuck, right? So if you're going through a bit of pain like that, you can open up your mind and access better resources. That's the goal of this video today. So if that sounds good to you, by all means, watch this video and you might just shift how you're thinking about your problems. I hope that helps you today. My name's Matt Tait. This is matttait.com, and this is Fork in the Road YouTube channel, and this is your channel for transformation. If you are loving these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can get these videos on a regular basis for free to help you to move forward. Matt Tait signing out. See you next time.